It's a nice one. You can have the title and all the glory that comes with it. You'll become the champion and I'll take over the arena. Deal? Did you mention Wrathoftherighteous? Killed him not so long ago. I've heard more than one person claim the same thing before. It didn't stick. That weasel Wrathoftherighteous is surprisingly hard to kill. Maybe there's something we don't know. Shake his hand. Okay. I agree. The tiefling begins to speak in a brisk, matter-of-fact tone. The imp nods his agreement with each sentence. The gladiators you bought from Virlong will probably fight against you. Oh no, and they were good too. They may belong to you, but I doubt that would make a difference. Of course, you can try to persuade them otherwise. They would certainly make valuable allies. But I am not good at persuasion. Shoot. However, for now, I consider them a hindrance rather than a help to our plan. The other Fang is, of course, an extremely dangerous opponent, but he's not without his vulnerabilities. For example, he doesn't know that you hired a succubi to keep him company. Since you paid for their services, I didn't, though. I think they'd be willing to accommodate some special requests. If you want to weaken the other Fang before the fight, I'm sure you could persuade them to help you. I think that's everything. Try to make use of these advantages during the fight. It will be the best chance to defeat the other Fang. And while you fight for the title of champion, I'll eliminate Irmangaleth. He'll be vulnerable without his favorite bodyguard. Then, the Battle Bliss Arena will be ours. Of course, you won't have to find Gatherfang all by yourself. Your companions were worried when Irmangaleth kidnapped you, and I reached out to them and secured their cooperation. Did he now? That's weird. That doesn't sound like my companions. They would not do something like that. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. I'll make sure they join you in the arena when the time comes. Is there anything I should know about my fight with the champion? The fight will not be fair. As you already know, Irmangaleth doesn't believe in a level playing field. First, he will send in some weak fighters just to whet the audience's appetite. Then you will have to face more experienced gladiators. I have no doubt that you'll defeat them, but they might prove troublesome. Try not to let them wear you down and avoid injury as much as possible. You'll need to save your strength. Next, I suspect that some members of the Nahindran League will enter the arena. Irmangaleth will send in some of his most loyal fighters. The Dire One will probably be there. Oh, we found the Dire One. He's on that side over there. Like a rabid dog on a leash. And I expect Adselm and Ruxa will be there as well. So the one on the right and the one on the left over here. They don't care if the fight is fair or not. All they care about is gold. Really? Finally, after all of that, Gatherfang himself will enter the fight. And that is when Irmangaleth will be defenseless. What if I tell him everything I know? What would you have to gain? Even if you tell him everything, you still can't trust him. He's a lying cheat. He'll turn on you in an instant. In destroying me, you will destroy yourself. Okay. Alright. Rest up. You'll need all of your strength for the upcoming fight. Find me when you're ready, and I'll escort you to the arena. Okay, we have a lot of talking to do with other people. Keep going left.
So many shots.
Can't talk to any of these. I'm gonna save and talk to these dudes. Selm sits in front of you, looking very much alive despite her recent death in the arena. However, She is not alone. Two other figures sit beside her. The first is an elderly woman with a wrinkled face. Despite her age, she still retains some of the grace and vigor of youth. The second is a very young girl who has only just passed from childhood to adolescence. Upon closer inspection, you realize that both of these figures look like Anselm. They all share the same face. Anselm looks up to you. She has high cheekbones and androgynous features that could easily belong to a man or woman. Her ears are partially hidden beneath her hair. You can just make out their strange shape. You realize that Anselm is not human, though from a distance she could easily be mistaken for one. She greets you cheerfully and does not seem to harbor any resentment towards you. Ah, here comes our killer. We hope you enjoyed the sweet taste of victory. The old woman who looks like Anselm asks in a stern voice, "But we don't forget what you've done to us. It hurt us very much. Be glad that we are not vindictive. Well, not normally. Did you survive? We are Fae of the first world, the triune being with joint thoughts and feelings. When two of us fight in the arena, the third one observes, hidden by magic. This way, one of us will stay alive even if the others die. Then, when morning comes, we will return to our triune form. So to kill it, I have to kill all three of them." I see. That's why people dislike the Fae so much. You never know what to expect from us, even when we're dead. How do you create copies of yourself? It's a Fae secret. We won't tell you. Why do you refer yourself in the plural? We are not one, and we are not three. We are a triune entity. This is the way we are accustomed to speaking. Tell me about yourself. We are Anselm Thunder Eyes, a Fae from the first world and a proud scout of the Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt? It was Anselm's job to track down the prey and flush them from hiding. After a good chase, there would be feasts, and Anselm always took a bottle of spiced wine to the monarch of the hunt. During one of these feasts, Anselm infuriated the monarch when she mixed up 2 bottles of wine. She brought him young wine, fragrant and smelling of spring, but he asked her for aged wine, the taste of oak. A wine that would leave the bitterness of regret on the tongue and make the soul weep. Gerland says, "Between devils, demons, and Fae, I would rather fight devils or demons than Fae. Devils are lawful and scheming. Demons are chaotic and violent. You can count on that. But Fae, they are unpredictable. They're scary. I am Fae as well. My character, so to speak. She's a Sylvian Trickster, so she is Fae. Wild Hunt Witcher? Yes. Wild Hunt is a much older tale than the Witcher books, to be honest. It's lore, pretty much. And then it has its points of truth. Truth as in... I forgot the word in English. It's a tale. It's a very, very old tale, just like the monsters that you see in The Witcher. They're also common tale. But the Wild Hunt is something more spread out through, Europe in general. Just very, very old tales. Based off specific nights. Old Altsam joins in. Her voice trembles with bitterness. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've read this. About the wine. And now Edsel has grown wise. Oh, wait, no, I hadn't. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, hadn't. I thought I did, I didn't. Old Edsel joins in, and her voice trembles with bitterness. And the monarch said, "Don't you know the difference between young and old, Edsel?" "No?" "Well, I'll show you." And he banished Edsel from the first world. But the Fae used to be a good servant. So at the last moment, the monarch relented. To help Edsel overcome her pathetic stupidity, the monarch taught her a special spell and ordered her to cast the spell on herself every morning. This spell made Edsel a triune being and helped her understand the difference between vibrant youth and the gray hairs of old age. And now Edsel has grown wise. We have become very wise, and the time is near when the monarch will summon us back to the wild hunt, and we'll be riding again with our brothers and sisters. We will drink and laugh, and no one will say, Edsel is so foolish. She doesn't even know the difference between young and old, ever again. How would you like to help me kill Gelderfang in the arena? You wish to betray Imangalev and kill his champion? That is an ambitious plan. If for some reason you have decided to seek our help. You killed us, but that has not stopped you from paying us a visit. This is all very unusual. Yes, yes. You've intrigued us. Now you must persuade us. Oh god. We want to hear more about this cunning treachery. How exciting. I know the secret of your immortality. If you don't cooperate, I'll kill the three of you. Old Eltsem glances at you wearily. She sounds nervous. I can see that you're no fool, Galarian, and you keep your wits about you. Besides, you are dangerous, and we've died enough to know that we should never underestimate dangerous opponents. Fine. We'll fight on your side. Okay. Okay. One down. 3 to go. Save. But this dude right here, he's the worst one to persuade. I've been sitting in this position for 3 hours now. A huge, dark-skinned man sits quivering in the corner. His giant body is covered in scars. Many of his injuries look like they should have been fatal, yet somehow he's still alive. Some of his wounds are still fresh, but no one has bandaged them up or tried to heal him. The man's skin is in tatters and blood oozes from his broken body. He is clearly in a lot of pain, and it's hard to believe that someone so badly injured could maintain consciousness. He casts a wary glance in your direction and grunts something unintelligible. You can't make out his words, but his tone is an unmistakable warning not to come closer. Who are you? The dire one. The gladiator snarls at you. He looks tense, ready to spring. He is clearly not comfortable holding a conversation. A low, fair growl rumbles in his throat. Perception check passed. Trevor? Are you Trevor Vainik, Sozio's brother? The gladiator goes still. He gazes at you, lips trembling. He seems to be trying to speak, but the only sound that comes from his parched throat is a dry, wheezing croak. Finally, he nods and manages to choke out hoarsely. Sozio. Yes, he is my brother. After a pause, the gladiator touches your hand with his rough, deformed fingers, as if he's trying to greet you with a handshake, but can't quite remember what he is supposed to do. Are you his friend? My friend too, then. Yay! We got some perception. We found Trevor. We did it. We're not gonna have to kill him, I hope, because we know that he is him right now. Can you understand me? There's a mixture of fear and anger in the man's bloodshot eyes. I'm back. You still in prison? Yes, I've been talking through all of this time. Yes. Perhaps he doesn't understand you, or perhaps he just doesn't want to talk. I think there's a spell or something on him. Examine the slave's sword and helmet. The gladiator moves with surprising speed. As you reach for the items, he snatches them away. His voice is hoarse whisper. Not yours. Go away. I have to go. Okay, so we persuaded Trevor. And Trevor's gonna be on our side. Trevor's not gonna kill us. Right, Trevor?
Wherever my legs carry me.
If I was a mage, I would probably be able to teleport out, but with the necklace on, they would just teleport me in again. Okay, let's go to this side now. Let's save. Arena healer. Some gladiators. There's Ruxa now. Oh god. A massive scaly demon greets your arrival with a roar of fury. She spins her weapon towards you with practiced ease, stopping the blade an inch from your chest. Galarian, new blood. You have not been in the league for long, but you've already been given the chance to fight against Gelderfang. I've been fighting in the arena for over a year now, but Irmangalev protects his champion from me. Pathetic cowards, the both of them. Who are you? Demon twirls her weapon in the air. The blade comes within a hair's breadth of your face. Surely you already know. I'm Ruxa, the future champion of the Battle Bliss. We Vavaki are the greatest of the races, and even amongst my own kind, I'm considered the best and strongest. The power that roars within me was a gift from Lamashtu herself. She gave me the strength to conquer the entire universe. I think you were aiming low. What can that pompous weakling Gelderfang possibly do to me? I'll take him by his neck with one hand and I'll grab his wings with the other. Then I'll tear him apart. Oh, so you worship Lamashtu? Yes. Lamashtu created Vavakia to rule and conquer. She gives us strength, power, and superiority over all the rest. We are conquerors. Lamashtu true firstborns. All Vavakia must worship her. Okay. I wonder if I could persuade her if I would also be close to Lamashtu instead of Calistria. We'll have to fight against each other soon. I suggest we join forces and kill Gelderfang. She's not gonna like that. Why would I want to form an alliance with you, new blood? Well, if you help me kill Gelderfang, I'll let you have the title of champion? She's not gonna like that. How about the third option? Irmangalev will rig the fight. He won't let you defeat his champion. Yes, Irmangalev is both smart and cunning, but he is a coward. He won't let me break his favorite toy in one-on-one fight. Fine. We did it. I won't kill you in the arena. I'll wait until Gelderfang shows up to fight you, and then I'll tear him to pieces. Perhaps I'll even let you live after I've finished with him. If you grovel in the dust and beg for mercy, I might choose to spare you. Okay. Get lost, new blood. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk to my sinners. think they're the last beings that I have over here. I mean, I hope so. Yeah. They're the last beings. Yeah. Okay. So. Succubus, my friends. Succubus you've hired on Zerklak's instruction recognizes you at once and waves at you enthusiastically. You've really pulled out all the stops. But tell me, is your ambition to kill Gutherfang? If so, that would suggest you had an ultimate motive for hiring us. Is there something particular you had in mind? What do you need us to do? How is the champion? Is he enjoying himself? The succubus gives you a wink and lowers her voice. He is absolutely enthralled. He believes our visit is a gift from an anonymous fan. If it weren't for your presence in the Battle Blitz, he would have been completely happy. But it seems like your arrival has made Gutherfang a bit cranky. Of course, he pretends like everything is alright, but he clearly considers you a threat. Gutherfang hasn't been afraid of anyone in a long time, so he finds you deeply unsettling. Doesn't he look like Illidan? He looks so much like Illidan. I wonder if they're gonna do some reference, because they do a lot of references all the time. I have a job for you. The succubus exchanges a glance with her companions. Well, of course. After all, that's why you hired us. You've paid for our services and we're ready to do our job. I didn't really pay, though. What do you have in mind? Just give the word and we'll make this Latros champion miserable. Don't want number one. Either poison or seduce. Maybe seduce. Yeah. Make him exhausted, so he's gonna have, if he's exhausted, he's gonna have debuff on strength and dexterity. The succubus smiles at you, revealing her even, pearly white teeth. You are someone who knows what they want, but he is an incubus, you know. He has a lot of stamina, and no one can outlast him in bed. Well, no one except a succubus. Fine, we'll arrange a very special night for the champion, and by the time we're through with him, this Gutherfang of yours won't even be able to punch a quasit. Take care of yourself, outsider. If you survive the fight with the champion, drop by the brothel to see us. We'll give you a night to remember. After all, Gutherfang shouldn't have all the fun. Okay, the only thing that concerns me is that the people in my party, it does not involve it does not involve Soziel. So Soziel is not in my party right now. I'm gonna save. Let me do a hard save. A just in case 2. Because there's just in case here. Okay. Lead me to the arena. The champion dies today. Zerklax looks at you solemnly. I've bet everything on you. You're certainly taking a risk, but I hope that you are not making a mistake. Good luck. May whatever gods you worship protect you. Let's see. It's time for a glorious fight. This ambition Galarian wants to fight the champion of the Battle Blitz himself, the deadly Gutherfang. How exciting! Who will emerge victorious? My bet is on the Galarian. That is Hepzamira. No one can defeat the other Fang, especially not a soft and squishy mortal. This isn't entertainment, it's just boring. I'm sure that the Battle Bliss arena will be able to entertain you, my dear Hepzimira. I am sure. Today, the Mephit Slayer will fight the other Fang himself. How about a warm-up? Look at all these Mephits scurrying around. I think it's time for her signature move. Let's hear it for the Mephit Slayer. We'll tear them to pieces. A fight with the champion? Screw that. Whoever kills the Galarian gets a double ration for dinner. My friends. Wait. Why is everyone here? Now please, give a warm welcome. Lamashtu's burp. Who's that? Zerklax. Oh, never mind. Give a warm welcome to the Mephit Slayer's friends. Why is Camellia dead? Excuse me? When did Camellia die? Pretty sure she didn't die before. Does that make any sense to you guys? I'm gonna drop the things that I hadn't identified before. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whenever the wearer of this cloak fails a saving throw, they get +10 bonus on all skill checks and saving throws from a round. But I have to fail one first. However, the wearer gets sad afterwards and suffered -1 penalty to AC, attack, and damage rolls until the end of the next combat. Ooh, that's not great. That's not great. Wait.
Forwards! No, backwards, backwards!
Okay, you get them now, and now I can... Good. Heavy shield, though. Immunity to cold and +1 bonus to AC against medium and smaller creatures. And perfect storm, a better armor. 1 max dex, though. Yuck. A lot more armor check penalty, a lot more spell failure. But it is so good. Wielding weapons in 2 hands or wielding a 2-handed weapon. That is not for her. That's really sad. It's not for her. Okay, I need to bring Camellia back. Have to. She died of something. It's okay, there's a possibility I'm gonna reset anyway.
Trail me.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Alright. Oh, and just use this at least. Doesn't have a lot to work with, but it's fine. If I need her buffed, then I'll do what I have. Oh yeah, by the way, don't use her spells.